Hello there, and welcome to my next video for Dissidia Final Fantasy Opera Omnia. So, I've just come off recording the Agrius video at the time I'm recording this one, and I wanted to tackle this EX and get a recording down for this one. So I am going in with a full synergy team on this one, and I am aware that is going to make it so much easier than it would be if you didn't have the lineup. But to be honest, I just want to use this as an excuse to use lightning. I wasn't originally planning on pulling for lightning, to be honest, because although she is quite good, there are better characters coming up quite soon. And I did want to pull Kuja, but I might actually reevaluate that now that, now Bartz has been reworked, Lilisette is a monster, Lightning is kind of a monster if she's used correctly, which I'll get into later, but I'm not lacking for strong characters, to be honest. It's probably, both Kuja and Kistis are going to be amazingly powerful, but I probably don't really need them per se. It's a case of how much of my stash am I willing to sacrifice in order to chase them. I did really want Kuja because, I think I'm more or less a day one player, but I quit shortly after the Eiko event, because if I recall correctly, that was around the time when armor tokens got initially released, and basically there were so many rewards that was tied to the multiplayer. I wasn't sure I wanted to fully commit basically to the multiplayer of a mobile game, because I was playing Fate Grand Order around that time as well, and that was kind of like, I can only play one gacha game at once. I'm not free to play. I'm not a whale. I probably am by now by some people's standards, which is not something I ever expected that I would do. But it's bad for me to play more than one of these types of games at once, just in case temptation gets the better of me, which it did in this case. I kind of secretly I was planning to pull on the Lightning banner as a luxury pull, but that was before Beatrix was announced. That was before we knew that she was even going to be a thing. I was looking at the banners for JP, and I saw Lightning and I saw Lilisette. I'm like, yeah, I'm pulling on that one. Same thing with Varn, because it had Lael on it, and both of those banners were actually the same when they came over here. But yeah, I really succumbed to temptation. I think it took me like 35k gems and 170 tickets. I'm still doing fairly good on the gems front, especially because they reset the first meet bonuses, and there's so many bonuses from this event. It's helping to do damage control on my gem stash. But my tickets ain't looking too hot at the moment. I'm not sure if I'll have enough to pull for both Kuja and Kistis, and then Rinoa, and then Lena, and then Sephiroth, and then freaking Ash and Sarah. I'm gonna have to make a list, and I'm gonna have to see if there's anyone I can cut out maybe. But anyway, that's that's me rambling. I should get into this. So, Lightning EX. Now, Lightning was not the best character. Her base kit, her awakening was really weak in my opinion. I'm not sure if that's because she was one of the first awakenings, but she wasn't even that good, for the time. I know she was supposedly really monstrous during the level 50 era, or at least I think she was in the Japanese version, but then we got Prish awakened over here, who was at least as good if not better. But I wasn't playing during that time, so I don't know for sure. So I don't know if it's just Square Enix thought that, okay, Lightning was a monster and she ruled the meta for a few months, so we definitely got to make sure that she doesn't do that again. I don't know what the reason was, but she was really weak when she initially awakened. But her EX weapon, as a result, is quite frankly the most powerful EX that we've seen in this game to date. Because next to Thancred's, it's not like Squall's EX. Squall's EX, it's like a HP attack, brave HP attack, and it gives him a little bit of a buff, but that's basically all it is. No. Lightning's is very different. Lightning's changes the whole way that she works. It's basically almost like a rework inside of an EX. It's super loaded. And I'll get into that now. I'm not sure if we'll be able to see her skill description. Yeah, look at this. Look at how lengthy this is. Okay, I'll show you when the actual game starts. There's a huge wall of text. It's hilarious. But basically, to summarise what it does, when she uses it, she gets a unique framed buff that increases her max brave and attack. and while that buff is active, she gains the ability so that she gets a free turn that does not count towards the turn count as long as she breaks an enemy. So she can break them with her EX, she can break them with a skill, she immediately gets a free turn afterwards, and it doesn't count towards the turn count, which is huge, because one of Lightning's problems is basically the way this game is designed. Score is tied to turn count. So the more turns you take, the lower score you get, and there's things like launches and overkills that can increase the score, but in my opinion it's a bit of a short-sighted mechanic, and characters like Tidus and Lightning, you know, the speedsters, they really suffer for that because they take like 2 turns to do what other characters can do in 1 turn. It's really unfortunate. So that free turn mechanic will definitely come into play later when we get characters like Vayne and Ultimisia, but I think Lightning is the first to actually get, well, apart from, I think Realm did it on her sketch, she got free turns there, but apart from that she's the first to consistently get sort of a free turn mechanic. So yeah, while her frame buff is active, she gets extra max speed of an attack, she gets a free turn every time she breaks something, the EX skill itself delays the enemy by either 1 or 2 turns, it restores her health by up to 10% of her max HP, if she's full it gets converted to Brave, and it gives her frame buff gives her a thunder enchant as well, like a lightning enchant. So it's super loaded, and it recharges really quickly. Lilisette and Bartz, I've already been through what they do in my Agrias EX video, but because their auras are so strong, they make a really great partner to Lightning, because with Spark Strike she really likes to throw herself a load of generic buffs on, so she wouldn't get the full benefit from someone like Ketshi or Eiko or someone like that, but she gets full bonuses from Lilisette and Bartz. So I am bringing Lael for this one, and I'm bringing a Brothers Summon because, well, the enemies don't have any elemental weaknesses, but the fight I think is going to be long enough that the extra max brave from Brothers over time is going to add up to more of a bonus than something like Bahamut would be. And we don't need, I don't think we need Ifrit, because a lot of enemies here are Thunder weak, because it is meant to highlight Lightning, it is meant to sort of paint her out to be better than she is, basically, or you know, it's a showcase. This is the Lightning show. Is this quest? So I did buy her costume, as I said, I'm not free to play, and in my opinion, it's one of the best looking costumes in the game. I have mixed feelings towards the 13 saga, but I did really enjoy 13-2, and to be honest, it helped me through quite a sort of dark time in my life, really. So I kind of have fond memories of it, and I really enjoyed the gameplay, even if I thought it wasn't, like, you know, the best game. I still like Lightning somehow. I don't know why. Like, her personality is nothing amazing to me, but I just like her. You know, just I can't explain it. It's just one of those things. Anyway. My artifacts, I'm still in the process of farming eidojas. I could just stick three 108s on her, which I might honestly, you know, I'm not sure which would be better. I don't know if she needs the extra few points of attack, but I do have a 65 330, which I'm going to go with. Still farming is still in progress. I still want attack 108s and mighty flourish of steel on like all 3. I'm not sure if I'm willing to waste enough SP potions to get to that point, but I guess we'll see what I feel like. So let us begin. Eventually. One of the updates really screwed up how the game feels. It's so sluggish, you know. So we're just gonna Spike Strike here to get the buffs up, and Central Dance to get buffs and debuffs up. Will we get the HP attack? We will. And here, because of the max brave, I can Flourish of Steel and yeah, doesn't even come close to cap. Like, look at that charge rate on her EX, it's ridiculous. So I'm actually going to Spark Strike here to set her up for her EX, which, to be honest, I do most of the time. My rotation with Lightning, I tend to spam Flourish of Steel until her EX charges, and then when her EX charges I use Spark Strike the turn before her EX comes up, and then I use the EX. Now the reason for that is because her EX skill, if she's in the Ravager stance, it delays the enemy by 2 turns. If she's in Commando, it only delays the enemy by 1 turn. but she does do a little bit more damage when she's in commando stance because it has an attack buff tied into it, whereas Ravager is just, I think, max Braven's speed. But anyway, let's pop this and see these beautiful numbers. Look at this. That's like 35, 14, 14 again. That's like freaking 63k damage on that EX. Lightning is no joke, people. Do not sleep on Lightning. Like, she might get outclassed soon, but her free turns mechanic really makes her a lot better than she otherwise would be if you didn't make the most, get the most use out of it. So here I'm just going to break C. I am going to use Ianaki just so I can get the hidden buff up on Bartz and battery the party. So another thing, after using her EX, I'm not sure if I've mentioned this before, but she gets a free skill use. Okay, so whichever one of these skills I use now, it will not reduce the use counter. So if I use Flourish of Steel here, she can break A, and then she gets a free turn, and it's a free skill use. So, like, I mean, look at it. Look at this nonsense right here. You know, like, Lightning doesn't hit very hard, but all of the little things that she does adds up. So don't be, don't underestimate her. Is basically what I'm saying. I may be slightly biased, but I still think she's good than some people give her credit for. So I'm going to HP attack here, so it's not going to break the thing, and that's unfortunate. It does become really tanky when this happens. But if I use Army of 1+, she's definitely going to break it. And she's delayed it, and she gets a free turn, and she gets a free skill. So I'm actually just going to attack. Actually, yeah, I can just go all in with. I can just HP attack here, to be honest. That'll be enough. Oof, that damage from Bartz. So, okay. Yeah. Just needs the HP attack. And we can get this thing gone with a Whirling Edge. Okay. So this wave is the reason that I brought Lale along, and this is where he can kind of get the most usefulness. Now, let's see. Laguna is honestly the biggest problem here. So I'm gonna shave Laguna. So what I kind of want to do, if I use Spark Strike, yeah, she's not gonna. So she gets a free turn if I do this. Oh no, the EX buff dropped off her. That's unfortunate. I'm going to apply Sensual Dance anyway. Okay, so she's got her EX up again. So if I pop her EX here, then she gets a free turn. Then I can swap into Lale and Field Burst everyone. Can't believe I let her EX buff drop off. That's unfortunate. That's why I didn't do any damage to the other two mannequins, because they're actually weak to lightning. So there, she has a free turn and a free skill use. That, I don't know if the free skill use carries between waves, but I know that the free skill use does. Actually, I'm not sure if Eindhoven carries between waves, but it does carry for the friend summon. Like if I take Lightning out here, swap her out for Lael, then when Lightning comes back in, she'll still get the free turn. I've tested it; it does work. So yeah, these guys are super easy to launch. I'm actually going to Brave Attack with Bartz. Because of that. The Squall is not still launchable. I'm going to leave Squall alive in case Lightning comes back. Good old launch meta. Actually, you know what? I am actually going to attack Squall here. Goodbye. And there goes this wave. Now, I'm not sure. The thing about Caius is that he's immune to Force. That's another of the reasons that I actually summoned, that I actually put Lael in for the last wave. Oh, I love this. I love this OST. It's one of my favourites from the OST of 13.2, I think. So here, let's actually see if Lightning gets the free turn or the free skill. So she's got 4 and 3 and 39. Oh look, 39, she does get the free turn. It carries between waves. That's amazing. That's so good. So if my calculations are correct, yep. So another of the reasons I like Lilisette used with Lightning is not just for the aura, but the fact that she can damage the enemy without breaking them. So if I use Whirling Edge here, then, I mean, yeah, she leaks, but see, the enemy is still ready to be broken. So if I do this, I'll get the free turn, and then I can just Spark Strike to set up for when her EX is charged again. And there. Boom. Oh my god, that damage. Get dicked on Caius, holy shit. And then I'm going to missile here because it batteries Lightning, which she does honestly need. Oh, and look, she gets another free turn. So now you see why I say that Lightning is better than some people give her credit for if she's used correctly. She doesn't do a lot of damage per hit, and the lightning weakness makes her look better than she actually is here. But honestly, the little things that she does adds up over time. She makes a difference in the fight. And another free turn. The free turns are really the most, the way to get the most use out of lightning, to be honest. The most viability out of her. She's going to leak here, but we get a free turn, and then her EX will be ready, so we can finish him off here. Oh, come on, if that's not an overkill, what is? At least we get to finish in style. So, I actually got a lower score than my first run, which is, it is what it is, but that'll be it for this video. Obviously the full synergy team wrecks it. I know that longevity will be a bit of an issue for people if they don't have Bartz at least. Lightning is obviously highly recommended. It just makes her look so insane. She won't be this good outside of synergy and outside of lightning weakness, but she'll still be quite good. But anyway, I just enjoyed being able to get to use lightning at her peak until she eventually drops off. I know her rework makes her a lot better during Cosmos, but she's still awaiting her EX Plus, so I have high hopes for Square Enix for that one. So that'll be it for this video, and I'll catch you guys on the next one. See ya.